evening. It's 9:09. All right. So I'm going to have 4 piles. Each will have 3 to 6 cards. Pick whichever pile you choose. We'll see what it has to say. The first pile, we have the turtle shell. The second pile, we have the deer antler. The third pile, we have many deer antlers in pieces. It's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And in the fourth pile, we have full grown turtle shell. And these 6 pieces. So those are the 4 piles. There's a card under it. I'm not looking at that card. Though I picked them out as I went. There's no significant meaning because we're going to see how it turns out. Pick that pile, and that pile must have some information for you. So tonight, I randomly called somebody I haven't talked to in a long time, and they were actually just right in the neighborhood and needed my number, didn't have it, and just picked me up in 5 minutes. And then it's strange how we spent the entire night watching men beat each other in the face. But then as I'm getting ready to leave, his son runs out in the living room. His son's autistic. And says, "Moon." And his name's Leo. So Leo runs out and says, "The moon." Right as I'm coming out of the bathroom, I'm like, "Oh, the moon?" He says, "Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. You want to go out and see the moon?" And he's like, "Yeah." All right, that's interesting because it's a full moon in Cancer tonight. So we go out and we watch the full moon for a few minutes before I head home. Good chance I won't save this video. Oh, look, it's 9:09. All right, it started at 9:09, so I guess that was the preparation period. Just about ready to begin now, so we're just getting into our energy. Two more cards to pull, and they came out of the floor. All right, we'll put that one there and that one there. Oh, we got an extra one. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards, 4 piles, and an extra card. If you picked the turtle, then you're guided to inspire others by yielding. finding a way to sacrifice oneself. It's a very interesting balance there, huh? For being a turtle and being almost protected, and at the same time almost trapped inside its own home. But it can't escape if it's been cornered. So, the guidance is to think about how to resolve that issue under the skill of Neptune. The guidance given for how to is to play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And that's where you cultivate the energy and the power to overcome the boundaries. Which is multiplied by the power of gratitude, of being happy to have that shell, and grateful to be able to play. Who thanks for little won't want for much. Sorry, I'm stuffy. I'm getting over a cold like everyone else is, it seems, this last week. And I never get sick, so if that says anything. Being thankful, showing appreciation, recognizing your blessings. Will bring about both the revolution, because one thing about turtles is they always get stuck on their backs. But how do they get on their back when they're so heavy? Then what could possibly tip them over? And they're both putting that gratitude and energy in play all in one spot, eventually, all in one swing, and cause the revolution and transformation to turn that negativity into the Four of Coins, which on this card has 4 roses, or what appear to be roses, as coins in this tree. I guess they are coins, but they have like a maze pattern on them. And it's the great tree of Lorien unites the free peoples. Tied to the Direction Guardian. If we have that much protection, that much power and ability to play, to overcome death and resurrection. And what direction is that? What direction can we go if we can go any direction? And it finishes off with the poetess, Sappho. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Right. How to lead a dance. That freely is really a challenge. Or is it? The second power we have in Leo for the full-size deer horn. In Leo, we're guided that self-confidence to create comes from playing in gratitude and being able to overcome death and negativity to have any direction to go, but what direction is there left to go? So you're advised to take chances resulting from the impressiveness of something that's put before you to join forces with in commonality. Knowing that those things are powerful players due to them being part of your journey in mirroring and and triggering. How you were able to trigger each other and mirror each other makes two parties have some kind of common interest or goal to whoever came to that resolution on the wrong ends of a deal. Without having to face destruction, loss, or change, while it was all created in the force of change and destruction in the first place. Otherwise, we would have each been on our own trajectory and lost sight of why we began. I think, therefore I am, rationality. Having confidence in one's own ideas and personal mission in life. And knowing the ability to overcome loss and negativity. Huh. Once again, well, we have third house messages. So how do we send messages and create messages that have some great value? At 6, we have Osiris, death and rebirth, to overcome the death and rebirth process and to contain it and be able to retain its value in a possession or a mark that we've made of our own. Gives us the 9 of Cups, where Bilbo holds his birthday bag at Bag End. The 9 of Cups. You're suggested to make plans and focus. Shield maidens, guiding and blocking off paths that they have taken care of, and so don't come to them and don't go away. Guiding the prophetess of true power to Claw. I called my power back from all times, in all places. I am my own. Now under the mini deer horn, in pile 3, we have in Cancer the many antlers, but all broken pieces, symbolizing the feelings, attitudes from the past, and using the intuition to heal these many pieces of power, but still separate from the meat, the entire set of antlers, the head itself, alive or dead. How do we bridge that gap? What can we do to heal those things? Little Spirit, let us know. We're giving a question to our heart, to our own hearts and minds, under the symbol of the warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? And what is that? Othala. Towards having a shared and impressive inheritance, home, and family heritage. Be able to live in honesty and openness with one's feelings. Veracity gives wings to power. Truthfulness in speech and conduct. Sincerity and absence of deception. Through communicating, we can overcome the broken pieces where all our emotions lie. It's the air element of 39. And through personal work and understanding with Hecate, number 29, through the alchemical process. of witnessing ourselves and others shedding skin and evolving through change. As a tarot card, we're given the King of Swords. Rules this pile at the moment over the feelings. Aragorn is crowned as king of Gondor and takes the Lady Arwen and his bride as his bride and queen. Well, that's a pretty good pile. With the warrior woman and having to work through all the alchemical changes and separation and feelings and cancer. King of Swords can rule that. But only with the woman, the mother of believers in his heart, Khadijah. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Which starts with overcoming and understanding our thoughts and emotions and the things we've learned and why. Learning how to create and exchange energy and abundance. And to grow in body and expression by the lotus born. The embodiment of the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. So we have to climb our own ladders, our own ladder on our own chemistry. An evolution of mind and body separate and together. But that's on one. Already connected to everything out there with one coming into alignment for it. The fourth pile, we have the North Node, which starts by telling us there will be success from benefit. Right, but what's a benefit? If benefits are given and benefits are claimed, then where could be the benefit? And what benefit could we be and give to others? And how could we find a way to exchange that? In a medium of exchange that's balanced, where one isn't giving all their energy and the other has something to exchange for it as well. The North Node, of course, the next card we get is the Inner Temple in devotion. Having the intention in our heart, in our minds, reminding us to tune in, to set that, what the North Node is for us, the pole that goes beyond and joins with tradition and apart from tradition, because all that stuff is there for some reason, but it's removed from the reason. We're achieving and promise protection and safety in this pursuit. As long as we retain our authenticity through our growth. That's the promised land. It's a long journey, but it's this journey in the bubble. Seeking and already having been partners, otherwise the protection would not have been there. 31. And neither would the connections where we were singing along and together from so far away. It's important to be meditating on why those connections are there and finding a way to bridge the gap. What's missing and connected in those relationships across the board. How did we come to that point? We have the 11 of Wands and the Moon. So 11 of Wands here in this card is at Weathertop. Aragorn musters his companions against the approach of the riders. And it's a solar card. 11 of Wands. about knowing in our heart when things come together right and how they'll play out at the same time as waiting and observing the moon, of course, the moon in Cancer today. We have Lala, the saint of the spoken word, knowing that everything you speak must be true, or otherwise, what could anyone trust that you've ever had to say if it wasn't against itself in honesty to begin with? Every word I say becomes a prayer. I'm the author of my own story, also allowing each of us to write our own story in a way. Ooh, and the card off to the side that it pulled as the extra card. What's that? So this is the 29th card. But I think there's actually an extra one in there. So this is the 30th because this actually had an extra one. We got the Empress. She's got the sun and the moon in this card. You know, this deck is actually special because it's actually a magic, it's a card game as well. Um, and I don't know how to play, but someday maybe I'll play it with someone. Game of Tarot with Lord of the Rings cards. Here, what it says for the Empress. Belladonna took Galadriel and Rose Gamgee exemplify the three aspects of feminine power. Well, for what it's worth, there's our reading for right now. Sorry I'm a little stuffy and silent, but there's lots going on in the other dimensions, and I'm just trying to maintain my health and think about the possibilities in the future for all of us. But for me, I mean, I need growth and expansion in my life. So, without further ado, I'm going to go eat some spaghetti and maybe watch a movie. I haven't done that. I think the last movie I watched, it's been over 6 months. Most people watch movies probably every week, maybe every other night. Though I spent a large bit of my life watching movies. My mother, you could have guessed it, has a VHS tapes of everything possible recorded, and then she has the DVDs, bookcases full of them, and then she's got cable and has all the shows too. And at one time, I had a collection of movies where I had 6 per disc and like several thousand movies. Somebody stole them, but little did they know they won't work in a DVD player. So I already watched all those movies. It's time for a new one. So let's hope we find the right one tonight.